Hey everyone, it's Allison from Determined to Shine, and welcome to our channel here on YouTube. At Determined to Shine, we use the magic formula of creativity, spiritual connection, and community to create magic and joy in our lives. And I'm super excited today to talk to you about hope and invite you to our September online retreat, which is going to be amazing, of course, but more about that in a bit. First, I want to talk about hope. Hope is in short supply right now for a lot of people, and that's a really real thing. And in some ways it's hard for me to even talk to you about this because I've struggled with it too, right? Everything is canceled. Hope is not canceled. Everything is canceled. I've had so many amazing things that I was planning on in 2020 completely fall apart and get ripped out of my hands. And it continues to happen. And even when I make adjustments and plan new things, it happens again. Because 2020, sorry, but that's how I feel about it sometimes, right? Aren't you guys feeling that? Like, can we just say how hard this is? And like, I say all the time that joy is my superpower. And I believe that in the core of my being. And I'm still living that. But man, is it hard right now. Like, it's hard right now. And it's okay if you're feeling it. It's okay if you're in it. I had 6 trips get canceled by June 1st of this year. A couple more on the chopping block. We lost 1 or 2 in-person online Determined to Shine, or in-person Determined to Shine retreats. Everything feels nuts. Just this past week, I'd made plans to take a road trip from Wisconsin to Washington, D.C. with some friends. We went over every precaution. You know, we had our route planned, masks ready, socially distant travel attractions booked. I even bought myself a wheelchair, which was a hard thing to do, but I knew that I would have a more joyful experience if I had it. For those of you who don't know, sidebar, I live with multiple sclerosis. Walking is hard for me sometimes. Bummer. Moving along. I knew it would be better. And I was so excited because I could finally just go somewhere else in the world and look at something different, because I am as extroverted as they come, and travel feeds my soul. So much of my best work comes when I'm on the road, when I'm moving. I love flying. I love everything about it. I even love sitting in airports. I love all of it. Obviously an airport wasn't going to happen right now, but we had the road trip plan and everything was perfect. And as a precaution, we thought it was very important for all 4 of us to get tested for COVID-19 before we left for the trip, because we were going to be in close quarters and we just really needed to be sure. And we're very lucky that where we live in Wisconsin has a free testing site very close to home. So getting those tests was, albeit very uncomfortable, very easy to do. And really, it's only 8 terrible seconds. But anyway, everything was great. We were good to go until one person came back with a positive test, which meant that instead of spending the last week with people I love, traveling, which I love, seeing things that I love, I got to instead spend it alone, because we are now all under 14 days of isolation. So surprise! No trip for you. Again! I was devastated on every level. Again, sidebar, I have tested negative. I have no symptoms. I'm A-okay. My quarantine period is almost done. Everything's looking fine. I will be tested one more time. Anyway. But I was devastated. And that's the thing, right? Everything is hard right now. And there are people who are going through really big significant traumas because of this pandemic and what's going on with it, but there are also just a lot of people who are hurting because everything is canceled and everything is hard. But hope isn't canceled. Hope can actually never be canceled. And that has been the magic lesson for me over the past, well, several months, but even the past, week or so as I've been living in this again, is just that the idea that our hope and our joy, but our hope is right here inside us. And it is eternal and powerful. And it gets real quiet and small sometimes, and I get that. I feel that too. But it's not canceled. No one can take it from you. I talk a lot about creating a life of joy. I teach a program on joy that's really awesome and fun and powerful. And I talk about all these ways that we can flex our joy muscle to create more magical lives. But right now, we need our hope muscles. That's what we need to make strong. And that is the theme of our September online retreat with Determined to Shine. We're going to take 2 whole days. We're going to dive in. And we're going to really look at how to bring that hope up and out of us so that we can continue to live, find ways to thrive, and do a little more shining. Determined to Shine. That name comes from many times in my own journey when I felt that life was too dark and too impossible to overcome, be it surviving an assault, dealing with severe depression, becoming a widow by suicide when I was 31, and of course getting MS. Life's not always shiny, but we can always be determined. And right now, we need that determination, right? So we can do a little more shining. So I've put together a weekend that I'm super excited about, and I hope that you will take the leap and say yes to yourself and give yourself this gift of 2 days to come together online and find your hope again. What's a Determined to Shine online retreat like? It's amazing. Now, I'm going to put the link for you, probably up here in the corner, might be up there. I'm not sure how my screen is looking right now. I'm going to put it up there if I can. It'll be in the description box below for sure. Read what some of the other attendees have had to say. But I am not exaggerating when I say that a 2-day Determined to Shine retreat can change your life. It can pull out that hope muscle. It can pull out that joy muscle. Things I've seen people do after online retreats: change careers, go to Italy, study art, leave abusive relationships, and simply make changes in their life day to day. Starting their day with meditation, starting their day with art, starting their day with, a spiritual practice. And that's what we get into at these retreats, is we look at how to pull our hope forward and then take it into the world really practically. So we do a few different things. It's all on Zoom, super easy. I provide all of the instruction. All you need to do is show up with yourself, maybe a journal and some colored things to create with. If you want to bring the whole kit and caboodle of art supplies, you certainly can, but you also certainly don't need to. We do a few different things consistently. We will spend time in meditation. We do that every time. They're powerful experiences, guided visualizations where you have a chance to kind of come face to face with your soul and hear those messages that it's longing to tell you. We'll creatively document those things, so we will craft in our journals. And again, don't let supplies hinder you. The very first online retreat we did, we had a woman who had no art supplies, and she made all of her projects using packaging and things she could find in her kitchen, and it was all good. So you'll have everything you need. Just show up with an open heart. We'll spend time in meditation. We'll do some creating. I'll probably do some Reiki healing. And then whatever else Spirit has for us. And I know that's a really silly thing to say, but I really truly believe that Determined to Shine retreats are divinely inspired, and that's why they're so powerful. Because one of the things I do as an intuitive is tune into the energy of the whole group and then deliver the projects and teaching that's needed for everyone who's there. So even I don't always know what magic might take place, but I have yet to have a weekend where people didn't leave transformed, and I have yet to have a weekend where I didn't leave transformed. It's just pure magic, and I know this because people come back again and again and again. You'll meet people at the event who have come to all of the online retreats, and there'll be people who it's their very first time. And one of the best things that about a Determined to Shine retreat is that whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with, there is room for you. People from all different backgrounds and places and faith traditions and all kinds of things come together in this beautiful judgment-free zone to just be seen and heard, sometimes for the very first time. And I can't even begin to describe the power of that. So I invite you to come and see for yourself, okay? It's hard right now. I know that, I get that, I feel it deep in my bones. Sometimes it's easy to feel right now like every time we turn around, there's another disappointment. Something else is canceled. Something else gets put on hold. Somebody else gets sick. It's hard, and our hearts are hurting. And we're all kind of running on fumes at this point, which is why these weekends are so important. Because it gives you what you need to fill your cup back up so that you can be there for yourself and those around you, but most importantly, for yourself. So, everything you need to know is below the video. Of course, if you have questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, please let me know. We always have early bird pricing for the first 24 hours, so if you're watching this right after I've posted it, jump on the registration right now. Otherwise, still really affordable. These are like 20% of the cost of our in-person retreats, or actually less than that. It's almost like 10 to 15%. I keep these really affordable because I want as many people as possible to be able to attend, and I want you to know that you're safe and loved. So from my heart to yours, it's gonna be okay. Hope's not canceled. Let's go find it together.